You're watching Movie Guide. I'm Evie Bear, and we're on the red carpet of Disney's Cinderella, a classic finally come to live action. Take a look at some of the interviews. Talk about how Cinderella is a good role model for children.
I hope she is. We hope to create a character that has strength comes from within, and she's so the courage and kindness in her heart makes her unique, and they're like superpowers and make you able to deal with life in a positive way.
How is Cinderella a good role model for girls?
In this film, I think because she believes in kindness and courage, and she's got a sense of humor, and she sticks around for real reasons, and she asks the stepmother why she's so cruel. She's a thinking woman. First time we see her, she's reading a book, but she likes dressing up too, as you see our Cinderella does tonight. So I think she's in my limited man view, she's a very complete kind of person, very complete kind of woman.
What about your choice of having strong parents in the movie? The parents really shaped.
Yeah, they had a big influence, and we needed to see who they were and where she came from, and understand that a family life can be a fantastic advantage. A family life with fun and with love and with geese.
Some of the costumes, I mean, those were beautiful things and fun things that you got to wear.
Yeah, the costumes are amazing, and I think as much as Ken always wanted to keep the truth in the performances, but he really enjoyed pushing Sophie and I to kind of our limits of silliness. And I think Sandy did that with the costumes as well. I so enjoyed wearing them. I think that little girls now would love to have a version of the costumes, but there's just something so daft about all of them.
So you filmed in some beautiful places with Downton and here. Do you ever feel like your life is a fairy tale?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like this kind of stuff is way more fairy tale than the actual shooting. But at Pinewood, where we filmed, they would build the sets to scale. So you did feel like you were in a magic ballroom, and it was amazing and really beautiful. Very lucky.
And as a kid, did you watch Cinderella and did you ever see yourself as one of the characters?
I watched it and I loved it. I never thought I'd be one of the stepsisters. Yeah, it was really cool.
Now, talk about why this heroine is such a good image for little girls.
Well, one of the things we talked about from the beginning was wanting to make sure that Cinderella was a great role model for girls. And there's a phrase in the movie her mom says to her at the end of her mom's life where she says, "Have courage and be kind." And that is really the lesson of Cinderella, is despite all of her hardship, all of the abuse she endures, she stays kind. She doesn't go dark. She's not cynical. She still believes, and it's that belief that sort of saves her life.
And she's also seems like a very loyal person because she makes a promise, right, to her parents.
Yeah.
Can you kind of expound on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's very loyal to the promise she makes to her parents, and she's strong-willed. I mean, the original movie, she's a wonderful character, but the relationship with the prince is sort of, she meets a prince and he's a good-looking prince and they fall in love in one night, and in this we wanted it to be that in some ways, as much as he's saving her, she's saving him. And that was an important thing from the beginning when we were developing the script, was feeling as though, if not for Cinderella, the prince's life would have gone in a sort of a darker direction.
I also love the fact that you guys had strong parents, they really shaped her, and also the king with the son.
Yeah, as a parent myself of a 5 and a 9-year-old, it was important to dimensionalize the parents in the movie, and that's not something that's really in the original film. The evil stepmother is the only real major parental character. So we wanted to show good parents as well, and we wanted to really make you feel the loss of the parents, so that could be something that kids, sort of see or feel for the first time in the movie, and don't feel as alone when they eventually face it in life.
Yeah. But she also doesn't feel sorry for herself. She kind of...
No, she's a strong character who sees the sort of joy and light in life despite a lot of darkness around her.
Tell us a little bit about your background is a little bit different in doing this movie.
Oh, well, let me see. I guess, the first movie that I directed was American Pie with my brother, so it's yards away, streets away from this one. But if you're lucky, you get to work on all sorts of different things in your career, and this was such a tremendous opportunity and honor for me.
And earlier you talked a little bit about how some of it has to do with your having a kid and stuff like that. Can you...
Well, I have a little girl on the way, and I know that when you make Disney's Cinderella, you're really getting a kind of a key into the hearts of a lot of kids all around the world. So the thing is to be responsible with that, and to think about what's going to be a good message to convey to them. And this, Ken really wanted to make a movie about kindness and courage, and that's lovely in this day and age to be able to concentrate on that.
Yes, I love that the main character is very pure, and her total goal is to be kind, and that changes other people.
Well, she wants to keep a promise to her mother to keep those things foremost in her mind, kindness and courage. Modern movies are often concerned with being aggressive and getting revenge, and this isn't really what this movie's about.
Makes her so likable, and it's a great message for children, I think, a kind of a heroine to look up to.
I think children are getting all kinds of messages from all around, so it's not too bad for one of them to be that it's good to try to exhibit kindness.
Earlier you guys told a really touching story about someone who'd seen the film and been touched by it. Can you kind of elaborate on that?
Yeah, it was it the Reddit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were all doing a Reddit roundtable, and it was a woman that came up with this. It wasn't a question, it was a statement, and she said that she was in a very low place in her life, and that she was at the place of almost committing suicide, and she saw Frozen, and she saw Elsa's journey, and how Elsa got through it, and that inspired her to keep going, and she said, and I'm still here. So
that's an incredible story. Now this little story that you made, how hard is it to make a story such a short time period? You have a beginning, middle, and end. There's conflict. How hard is that?
It's quite hard. I mean, I think the key is to keep it simple. Don't try to do all the parts of a feature in it. And once we found an idea that resonated with all of us, we really just let it grow. And we have this beautiful, sincere song to play off of with some of the humor and fun. So for us, it was complex, but the key, I think, was to keep the idea pretty simple.
What I love the message is really serving in the end. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think our favorite thing about these two girls is that they get to be together now. And we had a lot of fun with Elsa being free. And what would she be like? What's her personality like when she doesn't have to be the perfect girl? So that was really fun.
That's a wrap from the premiere from Cinderella. Make sure to check out the review at movieguide.org. Thanks for watching. To find out more about entertainment news that follows your values, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, and like us on Facebook, so you can know before you go.